I'm a journalist and author, so it won't surprise you that I like to tell stories, especially other people's stories. But I won't be quite doing that for this session of World Circular Textiles Day 2025. Instead, I'll be taking you on a journey to different cities and countries across the global south to hear stories directly from the people working in the secondhand clothing sector. We know that the secondhand clothing market is a complex ecosystem that divides its stakeholders. It provides livelihoods and access to affordable clothing for millions of people, but it also contributes to a huge waste and environmental crisis when not properly managed in low consumption countries that bear the burden of overconsumption. Most of the secondhand clothing we dispose of in the global north end up not in charity shops, but in the global south. Kantamanto market in Accra in Ghana, for example, is one of the largest and most vibrant secondhand clothing markets in the world. And it employs 20,000 people alone, which is a significant contribution to the local economy. But like many secondhand clothing markets, it suffers from a lack of infrastructure, from unpredictable quality of bales because of unreliable sorting and fast fashion, increasing the low quality of garments, and a lack of good waste management. So what can we do about it? Well, we can listen to the people who have unrivaled expertise in how to shape the future of the secondhand clothing industry. Currently, much of this knowledge is undervalued and unrecognized in the circular solutions put forward by the global north, despite the majority of the world's used textiles ending up in and being repurposed in countries in the global south. It just doesn't make sense. Which is why we've created this film, to hear directly from the people who know what we need to do and how. So together, we're going to travel to Kantamanto Market in Accra in Ghana, then head over to Nairobi in Kenya. After that, we're off to India, first to Bangalore, on to Mumbai, then Jaipur, before finishing our trip in Faisalabad in Pakistan. So you ready? Let's go.
Hi, my name is Yayra Agbofah, founder and creative director of The Revival. We are based here in Kantamanto Market, which is one of the largest used clothing markets in the world, and also at the front line of the global textile waste crisis. What matters to us most in 2025 was the devastating fire on January 2nd, where overnight, people's livelihoods and property were lost. And this shows how vulnerable the Kantamanto community is, not only to disasters, but the constant overflow of textile used clothing sent to us from the global north. But at some point, 2025 brought us some breakthrough. With partners and supporting us all over the world, we were able to expand our operations. We were able to set up additional upcycling studios and additional spaces to help amplify and increase our incubator program, also to divert more garments from landfills, to create more opportunities, to create jobs, and to hire more people. But the setback remains clear. The global fashion system keeps dumping millions of textile waste into places like Kantamanto Market. And we have to carry the burden of the waste we didn't create. Without recognition and support and systematic support from the global fashion industry, and also the lack of accountability of the industry that produces this waste. What needs to happen next year is global accountability. Fashion brands and governments in the global north must take responsibility for the afterlife of their clothes. Communities like Kantamanto should not be left alone to deal with the consequences of overproduction and overconsumption. We need investment in infrastructure that enables true circularity in the global south. Not charity, but partnerships. In 2026, the revival will move forward with the creation of the Circularity Lab in Ghana, which will be based in Kantamanto Market, a facility that recycles textile at scale, train artisans, and create dignified jobs. But for this to succeed, our knowledge must be valued. Traders, waste pickers, and head porters, known as Kayaye, who carry heavy loads of clothing on their heads, and artisans in Kantamanto that hold expertise in repair and reuse. Their voices must shape the future of circular fashion. If we are serious about a just circular economy, then we must recognize the solutions that already exist here. What's needed is support, investment, and fair recognition. Kantamanto isn't just Ghana's story, it is the future of the fashion industry. If circularity can be practiced here at scale for this long, then it can be practiced anywhere and is possible anywhere in the world. Thank you.
My name is Teresia Wairimu Njenga. I am the chairperson of Mitumba Consortium Association of Kenya. Mitumba is a Swahili word that is used to describe second-hand clothes. I am filming this video from Nairobi, Kenya, in my business. I am a trader. I deal with second-hand clothes, popularly known in East Africa as Mitumba. Mitumba is a very popular business in Kenya because it provides livelihood for millions of Kenya and provides job opportunities, and it provides also dignity for millions of Kenyans addressed by Mitumba. I have been in Mitumba trade for the last 30 years. Actually, next year, 2026, is the year I started this trade. So by next year, I will be 30 years. It has been a journey. It has been a good business. I started at $30, which was equivalent to 3,000 Kenya shillings back then. And through that capital, my business has taken care of my family. My business has grown. And it has given me the dignity of a human being, the dignity to raise a good family, the dignity to educate my children, the dignity to also clothe my family, and also extending this gift to millions of Kenyans who are today dignified, courtesy of Mitumba. There are people wearing good clothes. There are people who are smart, they are clean, they are walking with their shoulders high because they are wearing good quality clothes. Otherwise, we have over 20 million Kenyans who are living below poverty line, people living below $2 a day. They have been dignified through this trade. Over the years, throughout my journey, I have seen people join this trade with as little as $10. And from the $10, they are able to grow their business to the level of they have been able to build their family homes. They have been able to take their children through college. Some have been able even to give proper care, proper medical care to their children. Mitumba is a lifeline for millions of people. I hear people talking about options. The people who are dependent on Mitumba, they don't have options. It is a lifeline. When we say it's a lifeline, it is a do or die. It is either I am able to access Mitumba or I will walk naked. And in Africa, it's very easy to walk naked, because if I don't have 1,000 shillings, then it means somebody will walk naked. So it's a business that has taken good care of so many women, housewives like myself, who now, through Mitumba, are able to become employers. Through Mitumba, housewives like me have been able now to give also to supplement income in their families. So many women have done that. They are supplementing income in their families, taking care of their families, their children going to good schools, building homes. These things in Africa sometimes is like luxury, but through Mitumba trade, there are people who are thriving. They have beautiful homes. Their children are educated, courtesy of Mitumba. But many people who have joined in this trade, they are coming from poverty. They have no idea that there are policy makers out there who are trying to shape how Mitumba trade will be run, and how this business, the future of this business is at stake. They have no idea. I'm here very fortunate to know that there are people out there bringing in policies that can disrupt this trade. For us, second-hand clothes is not just second-hand clothes. Second-hand clothes is dignity for over 24 million of people in Kenya. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shruti Satsangi, and I'm a Technology and Innovation Manager at Global Business Inroads, GBI, India. India's waste management sector is poised to become a $35 billion opportunity by 2028. But the current reality tells a different story. Mounting levels of mismanaged waste, fragmented infrastructure, and the lack of scalable innovation have created a growing crisis. At the heart of this system are informal waste workers, millions facing unsafe conditions, low wages, and social exclusion. That's where circular innovation comes in, and why we at Global Business Inroads have partnered with Upaya Social Ventures and Repurpose Global for this Dignified Jobs Accelerator Circular Innovation Cohort 2025. This initiative is supported by the Aspen Network of Development Entrepreneurs and the IKEA Foundation under the Investment Innovation Fund, designed to improve access to finance for waste and circularity enterprises in India. Our mission is to reimagine plastic and textile waste management in India, while centering social inclusion and job creation at every step. The program brings together passionate entrepreneurs building solutions across the plastic and textile value chains, supporting innovations in waste collection, segregation, processing, and the development of sustainable alternatives. We wanted to make it easier for circular businesses in India to access the capital, expertise, and networks they need to scale sustainably and responsibly. So we designed the accelerator in 2 levels. Level 1 supported 60 enterprises, which were chosen from over 140 applications that came in from across the country. Level 1 included expert-led masterclasses, market readiness sessions, and visibility through our global technology interface platform, which connects innovators to global partners and market opportunities. Then Level 2 gave 10 selected businesses more intensive support, from market and technology validation to business model refinement and investment readiness. They also had a chance to connect directly with impact investors like Upaya, who through their programs have helped create over 50,000 dignified jobs in India so far. At Global Business Inroads, we've spent over 16 years supporting enterprises across 40+ countries. Our role here was to bridge Indian innovators with global ecosystems, so they're not just meeting international sustainability and circularity standards, but actively participating in green and circular supply chains. But beyond business support, our focus was clear: to ensure dignified, fair wage, and reliable jobs for informal workers in the waste and circularity ecosystem. Take I Was a Sari, where every upcycled garment tells a story of transformation for the women who made it. Or Kosha AI, a startup using technology to authenticate fiber compositions, verify GI tags, and help SMEs comply with digital product passport requirements in global supply chains. From the recycling hubs of Panipat in the north of India to the decarbonizing textile clusters of Tirupur in the south, this accelerator showed that circular innovation is thriving across India. These entrepreneurs aren't just solving the waste crisis, they're building resilient livelihoods, enabling green supply chains, and leading the way toward a more inclusive circular economy. This is the Dignified Jobs Accelerator, where innovation meets impact, where business drives dignity, and where circularity ensures that no one is left behind.
Since the beginning, Sari's impact has grown year after year. We have worked with over 800 women artisans, and together we have upcycled over 2 million square meters of fabric. We have also shown that an impact-driven organization like us can stand on its own feet. Today, we are profitable. A key milestone for us was becoming a certified B Corp in 2024. This recognition confirmed that we were meeting high standards of social and environmental performance, accountability, and transparency. It gives us both credibility and responsibility to keep proving that business can truly be a force for good.
मैं अभी इधर काम जॉब पे लगी हूँ, तभी से सब खुद से सब चीज़ें कर सकती हूँ या खरीद सकती हूँ। मेरा सपना है कि मैं खुद से पैसे कमाऊँ और घूमने का तो शौक है ही मुझे, और दूसरा तो खुद के लिए एक जगह खरीद लूँ, खुद के लिए खुद का बड़ा सा घर बनाऊँ।
Hi, I'm Shilpi Datta from Frocks, and I'm in Mumbai, and my company uses factory offcuts and dead stock to create beautiful limited edition kitwear. And in the process, we have been able to reduce GHG emissions by 45% as compared to traditional methods.
Hi, my name is shshank and I'm founder and CEO of Planterra Banana Fiber Private Limited, and our brand name is Banhide, and the Banhide we are making a leather-like material from banana crop waste. आज की डेट में लेदर इंडस्ट्री दो बड़ी प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रही है। पहला, एनिमल लेदर के प्रोडक्शन से होने वाली क्रूएल्टी और एनवायरमेंट डैमेजेस, और दूसरा सिंथेटिक लेदर जो प्लास्टिक बेस्ड है और एनवायरमेंट के लिए हार्मफुल है। ये दोनों ही ऑप्शन न सिर्फ हमारे प्लानिट के लिए हानिकारक है बल्कि एथिकल भी नहीं है। For example, making a one leather handbag using 17,000 gallons of water. You can imagine how much water used in their tanning process. And if you calculate this, then a person can drink this water for 25 years. So it's very huge water wasted in the leather industry. Not even water, but also बहुत सारे toxic chemical and metal भी use होते हैं leather को बनाने के लिए. So Banhide is solving all this problem, and not when we are solving this problem, but we are also generating extra income opportunity to our local farmer by utilizing agriculture waste. Banhide हमने एक innovative process develop किया जो banana stem से fiber extract करता है और उन्हें high quality leather like material में convert करता है। हमारा material पूरी तरह से biodegradable, sustainable और cruelty free है। इस पे न सिर्फ हम environment को बचा रहे हैं बल्कि हम एक ethical और sustainable alternative भी मिल रहा है जो फैशन इंडस्ट्री की नीड को पूरी तरह से फुलफिल करता है। सो आइए साथ मिलकर फैशन इंडस्ट्री को एथिकल और सस्टेनेबल बनाएं। लेट्स मूव अवे फ्रॉम एनिमल लेदर एंड सिंथेटिक लेदर एंड क्रिएट ए ग्रीनर, काइंडर एंड फ्यूचर विद Banhide. Thank you for this.
My name is Bhaavya Goenka from Zero Waste, and I'm in Jaipur right now. What mattered the most to me in 2025 was a sense of regeneration, finding a creative voice in a very saturated world, finding ways to keep innovating. I think somewhere in 2024 we had lost that with the pressure of commercialization and to achieve certain financial numbers. We had lost that sense of innovative rigor, and we found that back in 2025. So I think that mattered quite a lot to me, and being able to share that with other people and being able to innovate together, bring that sense of innovation with someone else. It could be another designer, it could be another artisan, it could be anyone, just building that collective imagination. I think, and then seeing something really magical come up out of that. I think that that really mattered to me in 2025. What needs to happen next year perhaps is more of this, more of people coming together, sharing ideas, sharing sharing where they are at, what problems they are facing, and how can we, from a place of shared principle and shared values, but maybe from complementary skill set, build something meaningful together. I think that is something that needs to happen more. Next year, more of these conversations, more of spaces that allow these conversations, more of spaces that allow alternative materials to become not be the accent or not be the highlight, but become the main story. I think would love to see that happen next year.
Hello, this is Dr. Muzzamal. I'm working at National Textile University. I'm director at National Center for Composite Material, and also I'm co-founder at KnowTex, which is one of the biggest research consortium in Pakistan. I have more than 14 years of research and professional experience. And from last 5 years, I have been effectively working with the supply chain of imported second-hand clothing, local post-consumer, and post-industrial textile waste and recyclers in Pakistan. So I have like a plenty of experience to share my thoughts about how this segment is working in global south and how we can connect it with the needs of the global needs, especially the global north. This hoodie is like imported from a Western country, from any standard in the West. It is not, it is discard for them. But in Pakistan, it is not. We can like just repair it with this smaller defect, and we can like use it for years of years. So this is like Pakistan, where we are like one of the biggest importer in the world of second-hand clothing, and we are like effectively grading it, sorting it, and then 1/3 of that is being re-exported to the different African countries and the Asian countries like Kenya, Mozambique, UAE, Thailand, and we are like effectively handling 2/3 of that within the country. Why we are like able to do that? Because we have very robust internal market which have like different tiers. It is like from going down to from regional markets to bigger cities, then the smaller cities and towns. So we have like a web of waste handling network within the country. And above that, we are like doing different operations, like we are repairing it, we are remanufacturing it, we are resizing it, and we are doing it like affecting it just to get the maximum value out of these textiles. And like due to these immense tiers and immense operations within the imported second-hand clothing, we are able to effectively get the maximum value. And there is like a fraction, like 8 to 10%, which cannot be resold. So it is going to the recycling. And why it is going to the recycling? Because in recycling, we have a lot of tiers of valorization, like we can go to the low-grade application like mops, rags, rugs, and up to like the socks, t-shirts, etc. And then we are also like repurposing it like for the filling for the winter, like mats, etc. And there is a small fraction, less than 2%, which has like the complex structures which cannot be like which cannot be like separated, which cannot be recycled. So it is like going for insulation. So in the different tiers, it is heavily tied with the economic value. So in the different tiers, it is heavily tied with the economic value. So it is at the first resort, it should be resold because the waste handler is getting maximum value from resold. And then it is going to the recycling, and for recycling they are getting the lower value. And the least value is being taken out of these garments for incineration because it don't have like any other use. For landfill, it should not go in the scenario of Pakistan should not go into the landfill for this supply chain because they will get nothing out of this. So this is the story why the Pakistan is is so good in the waste handling segment. Secondly, there is a genuine need to work with this sector because at the moment we are unable to get the maximum value out of this. Why? Because the sorting technologies, we heavily rely on the manual sorting, although it is very effective because we are doing it like from years on years. And there is a genuine need to work with the different the operational their efforts, even though they are providing livelihood to millions of people, and there are like hundreds and thousands of people who are in this sector. So effectively, they need a recognition, they need a financial support, they need a capacity building trainings, they need to help them, someone help them in standardization of their existing operations. So with this, we can not only use this generational experience and we can showcase that to the rest of the world that how this generational, societal, and the cultural experience, it can be merged to get the maximum value, and how we can we can extend the life of the textiles at first resort, and we can help the world to understand that how this we can work for the better world and for the future of the textile industry. Thank you very much.
We're back in London. Thank you to each of our participants across the world today for telling your stories and sharing your solutions. For those watching, I hope you found it useful. Please do spread these invaluable insights so that the secondhand clothing market can continue to thrive in a way that benefits everyone and leaves no one behind. Happy World Circular Textiles Day. Thank you.